evening, everyone, and welcome to Sudden Impact. I'm your host, Jimmy Love.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, everybody. Senior official Matt Hampson here, your co-host for Sudden Impact tonight and every Friday at 7 p.m. on YouTube.
I can't get rid of him now.
I'm your co-host. Why would you get rid of me?
You annoy the hell out of me.
He's just irritated. He needs a laxative.
Anyway, let's go to something a little bit happier.
Sorry.
What is your problem?
You! I don't understand why you're so irritable.
It's
And
my
irritated.
bowels. Anyway, let's take it to ringside.
Chuck Diamond here this week in Bartonville, Illinois, along with Gerald Tucson. We have this tag team matchup this week as wait just 1 second. Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander jumping AEOU from behind. I didn't even get to do the introductions here, but it's self-explanatory now. Gerald?
Oh, Chuck, this is just degrading into a slugfest down here. And of course, JL down there at ringside just cheering him on as he usually does.
AEOU now taunting Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander. Duck under clotheslines, and now both are giving Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander right hands. Robby McCann goes outside the ring. AEOU's left with Gavin Alexander. They're going right now for a patent. A combination looked like Russian leg sweep and a spear. Could this be? No, Gavin Alexander rolls that shoulder up. And now, AEOU with the advantage. I was going to say, this is a battle of two teams, former tag team champions, Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander, and also former two-time tag team champions, AEOU.
And you saw the three of them down there conferring. You know they're up to no good, Chuck. I don't know how this is gonna end, but I don't think it's gonna end well for AEOU. These three get together, and you know something nefarious is going to end up happening.
We have Gavin Alexander and Robby McCann representing Empire, managed by JL. And Gavin Alexander, welcome back into the fold. He is now officially a part of Empire. And from my understanding, he promised JL gold in Empire, whether it's the heavyweight, television, or the tag team championship, and a victory by Gavin Alexander and Robby McCann could put them in line for a tag team championship rematch with the Blacks.
Well, I think they've got a long way to go to bring gold to Empire, Chuck. This Empire just recently formed along, KOI has a little bit longer tenure, but Empire is just recently formed, and I think they've got a long way to go before they totally and completely get organized, Chuck.
Yes, indeed, and that'll be a tough task, I must say, for these two, if they're looking to regain tag team gold here in Midwest Impact Pro. But Empire looking to take over Midwest Impact Pro. From my understanding, Robby McCann is on equal footing with JL in this particular group.
That's right, Chuck. They substitute back and forth for each other. It truly is a solid partnership, and you couldn't ask for two stronger members to really head up the Empire. And it looks like Robby McCann's stalling here a little bit, and Gavin's conferring with JL once more. I think they're trying to get their ducks in a row. They're trying to push AEOU to the breaking point, and I think it's going to come sooner or later because, this is how these guys work. They push and push and push until something breaks, and when it finally does break, it kind of breaks the concentration of the other team.
Yes, indeed, Gerald. And last week on this program, Robby McCann in the corner, a fellow Empire member, Moondog Pongo, who narrowly lost in an attempt to win the Sudden Impact Television title from Jason Allen, and they put the boots to him afterwards. Moondog Pongo laying Jason Allen out with that Polish hammer, as right now Micah Pope takes Robby McCann down out of the collar and elbow tie-up. Robby McCann in the corner. He's right back up to a vertical base. Robby McCann, whether you like him or not, a very talented, very cerebral individual indeed.
It looks like they're about to square up again. Now, he better not turn his back on Robby McCann. Robby McCann can be a very dangerous individual. He's like a rattlesnake or any other kind of apex predator that will snap at any moment and, stab you in the back. That's just the way Robby McCann works. It's really the way Empire works. It's an amazing thing. These guys work fairly well in unison. And, like you said, they're like a pack of lions hunting for their prey.
Nelson Six tagged into the ring. He's a legal man in AEOU. We cannot discount AEOU whatsoever. I myself will never be the president of the AEOU fan club, but they are very capable athletes, and they've had a bit of a change of heart since joining the Kings of Insanity. And right now, Nelson Six takes Robby McCann down out of the collar and elbow tie-up. He poses as shades of Buff Bagwell right there.
Yes, but the thing is, Chuck, if you celebrate too much, you give your opponent a chance to recover, and it could be a bad thing for you and your team. If they lose here, look, they're trying to get the crowd behind them. They obviously, they're KOI members. But if they lose here, it could hurt KOI a little bit in their struggle against the Empire.
Robby McCann with a kick right to the breadbasket, and he snatches a headlock. I believe this would be the first battle between members of Empire and the Kings of Insanity as Robby McCann goes down. And now Nelson Six, he's challenging him to get back up, and he's posing right here. Well, I guess some Tigers, they never change their stripes whatsoever. There's still a bit of the old AEOU left, but AEOU members of Kings of Insanity.
And you saw down there in the corner, you saw JL calling for a timeout. Now, he knows good and well that a timeout is not something that happens in professional wrestling. And there's a little bit of back and forth here. Nelson might have a little bit of an upper hand, but it's going to be hard to take down someone as big. And I kick to the back. Look at that. And he gets what he deserves.
Gavin Alexander capitalizing on that distraction, taking Nelson Six down with that clothesline as we see JL down at ringside. John with the fans. At least he's not up here in the broadcast booth with us this week, Gerald.
And it looks like the tide is turning here, Chuck. And, like you said, it probably is a good thing that JL isn't up here, but it may not be a good thing and he's down there either. Who knows what kind of nefarious thing he has up his sleeve. If anybody is known to cheat, it's JL, and that's a fact.
Just don't call him JR, Gerald, as Gavin Alexander goes to work on that leg of Nelson Six. He drags him over to his corner, tags in Robby McCann. There's a reason these two are former Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions. And right now, Robby McCann drops the elbow on the left leg of Nelson Six, and he has a hold locked in. He's taunting Micah Pope, and right now Nelson Six is in trouble as Robby McCann goes to work on that leg, and he gives him a kick right to that left leg, and another Nelson Six in some trouble. Robby McCann headbutting that leg. This is all legal. The referee not getting in there whatsoever.
It is a little crazy, Chuck. I mean, it's obvious this is going to be one-sided. As long as they keep it in that corner, they will have the advantage. I mean, there are three of them, and right now JL's just jacking his jaws. He's not really doing anything else, but, he always carries that cane around. Who knows what he has up his sleeve. He's got a pile of flags there. Who knows what's hidden underneath there. You really can't be sure what's going on.
Gavin Alexander bringing all that weight down on the leg, the left leg of Nelson Six with that splash. And Nelson Six with an enziguri. Gavin Alexander goes down. He had a hold of Nelson Six's good leg. And I don't see how Nelson Six was able to use that bad leg to take Gavin Alexander down. He's going for the tag. Robby McCann cut that off perfectly. And now Robby McCann is back in the ring. Well, he's going right back to his corner. And now Gavin Alexander, oh, he's going to work yet again on that left leg of Nelson 6. Robby McCann, now the legal man, he's tagged in, and it looks like he's doing, yes, is that the figure? Yes, the figure 4. Shades of so many greats. The original Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, Ric Flair. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, Gerald.
And look at that, he's grabbing the rope, he's cheating. He's clearly cheating. You know, and this is the kind of thing that comes out of Empire, Chuck. This is despicable, it's disgusting, and I just don't like it.
Robby McCann had the unfair advantage with that bottom rope, but now Nelson 6 turns it around on Robby McCann. He better be reaching for that rope now, because now the pressure is on the leg of Robby McCann, but he makes a tag. Gavin Alexander is in, and he stomps the back of Nelson 6. Gavin Alexander, for a man his size, moves around pretty well. He has some agility, and now Gavin Alexander getting in position, and he misses with a splash in the corner. Nelson 6 now up to the second rope, goes for the cross body, but Gavin Alexander catches him, showing that size and power advantage, and he takes him down with a slam, a forward slam, and only gets a 2 count.
It could have all been over there, Chuck. It was very, very close. Somebody that size coming down on top of a body the size of Nelson. It's amazing that all of his ribs aren't broken. And we tag Robby back in, and Robby is about to take control one more time, I think. Oh, what neck breaker! Oh, look at that.
Robby McCann goes for the cover, hooks that outside leg, but only gets a 2 count. It's going to take more than that to put away Nelson 6. As right now, as I said earlier, I believe this is the first battle between members of Empire and members of Kings of Insanity. A rivalry is brewing, and look at this. JL, why is he antagonizing these fans here at ringside? As right now, Gavin Alexander places Nelson 6 up on that second rope. He runs at him, catches a boot right to the face, and another one with the good leg of Nelson 6. And now, Tornado DDT. Yes, he takes Gavin Alexander down. But can either man make the tag? They're both down, Gerald.
And they're both down on the ground now. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I have this feeling. JL's standing over there like a spring ready to be uncoiled to snap the trap shut. There's something's going on there. He doesn't look overly concerned for some reason. And the tag is made. Double tag, and here we go.
Micah ducks the clothesline, and he takes Robby McCann down with his own clothesline and a flying shoulder tackle. Robby McCann is reeling. What is Micah Pope setting up for here? He gets him in that fireman's carry position, and he's walking around the ring with Robby McCann, and a whiplash it looked like, or perhaps an AA, and now he gets only a 2 count after hooking that leg. What must AEOU do to put away Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander? Give them all the credit in the world for still being in this match.
Again, though, JL is down there in the corner dancing around. Something is not right here. Shouldn't he be more worried about this, Chuck? I mean, it looks like he's looking for an opening for some reason. I am not sure what's going on. I have my suspicions about him.
You have every right to have your suspicions about JL. I have those same suspicions. AEOU was only able to get a 2 count off that double team Uranagi. And now, both men in the ring, they both have Robby McCann in the corner. They place him up on that top turnbuckle. They're both going up on that second rope. You see that turnbuckle has come off a little bit. It's just hanging right there in the corner. But now Robby McCann, that was a dual I don't know what, Blockbuster and Diamond Dust, I believe, on both members of AEOU. Robby McCann certainly deserves a lot of credit for being a great competitor regardless of his tactics. But now Nelson Six got him back up. Robby McCann with a kick to the breadbasket and a pedigree. Could this be it? Well, now he's looking over towards Micah Pope. Wait just 1 second, Gerald. Look at this. I mean, he's on. JL is on the apron. Gavin Alexander has that chain. He knocks Micah Pope silly with it. Robby McCann has him rolled up, has him tight. Come on! What was that, Gerald Touchon?
It looked like the three. They got the three. I can't believe this. I told you. I knew he was up to no good. I saw him lingering over there in the corner, and I knew he was up to no good. Something is not right with that man. They get the win, but it's not the way I'd like to see it.
Gavin Alexander using that chain on Micah Pope. Robby McCann rolling him up and got the 3 count with the assist of grabbing the tights. But the referee did not see that. And I'm pretty sure JL, who's outside the ring right there, who gave the assist to Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander, would say, well, if the referee did not see it, it isn't cheating. But that's a bunch of baloney, if you know what I mean. Gavin Alexander and Robby McCann, however, victorious over AEOU. This is disgusting. This really makes my stomach turn. I'm going to have a lot of talking to JL once I see him backstage and once he's on this program yet again, which isn't one of my favorite things in the world to be sitting next to that man. Nonetheless, your victors by nefarious means, Robby McCann and Gavin Alexander, as we go back to the studio with JL and Matt Hampson.
And we're back.
Hey, I had a thought while we were watching that match. That irritable bowel thing that you said in the first segment, peppermint helps with that.
What the hell are you talking about?
I said you were irritable. You said it was your bowels. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Look it up. It's a real thing. Where's my phone? I'll Google it for you. Peppermint helps.
We're gonna get out of here. This is ridiculous. This has been Sudden Impact.
Good night, guys.